All right, it looks like we are live today. I'm joined by Christiana, my wife, and we're just gonna do a live stream together. And yeah, it's been way too long since we haven't had her on yet, and she hears me talk about Amazon every single day. So just to show you guys that she knows what she's talking about, we're gonna have her teach you how to use Keepa. So we're gonna go ahead and share my screen here, and she is going to we want to go to this listing, and she's going to give us a little rundown of how to use Keepa. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into the screen here, sharing screen right here, and here we go. So Christiana, do you want to kind of explain to us a little bit of what's going on here?
Well, this yellow line is when Amazon is on it. I kept saying beige because the
filling
lower
below.
The filling looks beige. And yeah, this is your data machine. It's going to tell you how many times things have sold, where the price is at.
Yeah. So what is that green line there? What are those green lines? So we can zoom in a little bit more because it's very, very far out.
Yeah.
So let's get some of this off here. It's a little much. What does this green line mean?
The green line is each time a sales happens, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So the closer to zero it is, the faster or slower it sells.
So it was really fast.
Yeah.
And from like July to October. But then it was, is it seasonal with school?
Yeah. Yeah, no more than most of the people who are watching, or depends on if we have Blaine and Josiah watching. But what is the?
Are you proud?
I am proud. It's amazing. I would like to say that I know as much about your job as you know about mine. And for context, she's a play therapist, so she is a counselor. She sees teenagers, sees adults, sees a lot of kids, and basically helps them process through the things that they're dealing with. So I don't want to continue to neglect chat, but we got RW in the chat. Afternoon. Good to see you, RW. Christiana is your main competition in giving the first comment every single day. Christiana and RW are almost always here. We got Marok info. Can I start with $500? Generally selling on Amazon. Is that what you mean? Christiana, what do you think? Can you get started selling online with $500?
Get started selling? Yeah. I think if you want to start, you can start with 500 or even start with things around your house, just get a sale.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you come into Amazon, you're probably not going to believe in it too much until you've actually gotten some of your first sales, kind of like what you're saying. And so a really good, cheap, low effort way to do that is to use the Amazon seller app once you have an Amazon seller account and just scan the books in your house, scan anything with a barcode in your house. And once you see oh, this book sold for $35 because it was a textbook, you'll start to believe in it a little bit more, and then maybe you can put the $500 in. Starting online arbitrage with $500 though, that's probably a little too little. Maybe do something really, really high margin books, or thrifting or something like that. Because if you purchase a $20 blender from or a $20 calculator from the thrift store and it sells for $100, like your $500 can go pretty far. But if you're purchasing $500 online arbitrage order and you're only going to make your 30-40% ROI, like, well, you kind of got one purchase there. That's not that much. We got Josiah. It's the Checkmate Flippers. What's up, Josiah? Good to see you. We got the Chief. She's a natural rock star. See, they like you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's she is on camera a lot, just not on YouTube. So because of Zoom calls and with clients. And
lots of Zoom calls.
do you want to explain kind of what you do and like what your job looks like?
Sure. So I am a clinical mental health clinician. I guess I went through internship. I feel like when I started, I saw a lot of like 6 to 10-year-old clients, and I'm seeing a lot of teens. So yeah, my day kind of looks like chatting and meeting with people or playing. I'll like come home with paint or all sorts of things on me if I have kiddos. So yeah.
Yeah, and do you want to kind of explain to people, because like, what's the therapeutic benefit of like painting with a kid or like playing with a kid?
Yeah.
And therapeutic just means like their mental health. Like, how do you help their mental health just by like playing with them?
Yeah, I think I'd explain it like kids won't really talk like adults do as much, but they will show you a ton through play. It's just more of like the kids' language and how they process. So you can like pick up themes from a kiddo's play. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can kind of help them process through it in that way.
Yeah.
We got our W in the chat. $500 as used books could be a great start, but keep reinvesting each time you get the funds. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should definitely be. I mean, RW knows this. He's been reinvesting for a long time, probably. Like, you'd want to keep reinvesting that once you make profits with that. And yeah, you're welcome. So to kind of get on an Amazon like topic a little bit, what has it been like being the spouse of an Amazon seller? What's that experience been like for you?
I mean, I'd probably have different answers depending on if it was like when restock limits hit or or like.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
No, I joke, but it's been fun. I think it's like really cool to see your spouse doing something that like energizes them and that they like really enjoy. So yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah. So for those of you guys who are on the live stream, we have some people in there. If you guys haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do so. If you guys have any questions, let us know. But yeah, I mean, I guess Christiana could do some live sourcing if she wanted to.
Oh my God.
We haven't, that might be a future video in and of itself, but let's see. Yeah, we could do some live sourcing. So yeah, let's give it a shot. It sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
And let's switch seats so that you have control,
so I have control.
of the mouse.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. We do have Robert White saying,
how many VAs?
Yo, check, how many VAs do you have? I have one virtual assistant for Amazon and one editor virtual assistant for YouTube. So I just have one. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just let you kind of just do whatever the heck you want.
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
You're going to do like, Yeah, I'll just give you full reign of it. Just do whatever the heck you want.
Well, fitting. Kids love Paw Patrol. Maybe there's some Paw Patrol items.
Someone's gonna be like, turn the screen off. So you discover that pretty quick that if you hover over an item with the Keepa extension, you can get a feel for like what the product's doing over here.
Yeah, I see you do that every day.
Yep, she knows.
Oh, but that's not how you get to it. How do you get to the graph?
Yeah, so I mean, this is a Prime video, so that's not really a listing that you'd sell on. And all of these are like $3, $4 is kind of too cheap. Maybe you could search something more specific like Paw Patrol. Oh yeah, you see all these auto filters?
Amazon's on it. I mean, I guess it's selling fast right now, but
yeah, it looks like really fast. You're like, I don't know what I'm looking for.
Oh wow. It's like the price went up really fast when Amazon was off it, but then it like wasn't selling.
The green line went up?
Yeah.
So what would it mean if the green line went up?
Well, I mean, it looks like the price is higher and it wasn't selling as fast, right?
Yeah, it seems like their Amazon and everyone else went out of stock, and so like the item just wasn't selling for a couple months, and so the sales rank went up.
Maybe this isn't the way to go.
What are you like kind of looking for? What's your sourcing strategy, Christiana?
I mean, ideally something that would
make us some cold hard cash.
Something that would sell quickly and is good ROI.
Paw Patrol toys that make me money.
Oh, gosh.
Just kidding. Let's go ahead and check chat real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got some people here. I'm gonna stop sharing screen real quick. We can talk about them. Christiana, just buy everything. I'll let you read the comments.
She says my favorite spouse quote was, you spent how much money today? That's real.
Yeah.
Says, yeah, that's what I hear all the time. Also, or in the trucks, keep dropping stuff off.
Christiana will like if I'm gone for part of the day, like I come back and half the time the packages are inside. Like she's super conscientious and caring of me and that, which is super kind of her.
Yeah, I think we get packages a lot. There's never any fun mail for me. It's always his mail.
Oh. Christiana's like, yeah, but I keep telling her it's just credit card companies wanting me to spend money with them. Like it's not personal. They don't give a care about me at all. They just want me to spend my whatever per month through their credit card.
Let's see what else. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Oh, but it's
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's past season.
So what's another
Easter?
Yeah. So what's the date of Easter?
April 9th.
April 9th. We'd have to like purchase now and have. I mean, honestly, it's probably already too late for Easter unless you're fulfilled by merchants. So here's a learning moment. If you're like, and Christiana understands this, like. For FBA, like if you're going to send stuff to the warehouse, it's going to take anywhere between like a couple days to 3 weeks to go active. And so if you're trying to do a seasonal type thing, you want to make sure that your stuff is active like before that holiday. So like potentially it could still be okay for Easter, but definitely St. Patrick's Day, like that's tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
We're wearing green, but but if you are FBMing though, FBM is fulfilled by merchant. And so if you like, let's say we purchased something Easter related and wanted to FBM it, we would be in stock. Let's say it takes 3 days to get to me here, or like we go to a store and buy something Easter, like we could FBM it in like today potentially. So that's kind of a thing, but yeah, keep going. Easter basket stuffers. See, I never would have even thought of that, but I mean, that makes a lot of sense actually.
I mean, it's all probably selling pretty quickly right now, but I don't know. I don't know if there's any worth looking at.
Seems like there's a lot of private label, like a lot of private label products. So like you see how in the title it has this weird like Beijingio.
Yes.
Or like Join or Bummo or Jofan.
Yeah.
Like it's like some company came in and like made a product for it, and so somehow they're on the first page of this, and yeah. But then some things might be regular branded things as well.
Yeah. Maybe something you probably wouldn't look up.
Makeup wipes.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a market for that.
Yeah, they're not going to be very like expensive though, so I don't know if you'd be able to find something that's good.
So
ROI.
Here's probably what you'd want to do for that. So you remember how I've talked about small and light. So a small and light item is anything that's under $12. You can get a better fee with. So see how like this Hydro Boost is $11.97. People are like, they're staying at that $12 line. That Neutrogena up top, they're staying at that $12 line. So people are selling. I mean, I think Neutrogena is a more dangerous brand as far as I've known, but IP wise, but probably in this game, small and light's going to be a thing. So.
Yeah.
So it's a pack of 2.
Yeah.
And it looks like Amazon's not in stock on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, it is showing up on IP alert though. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we couldn't sell it.
Yeah.
If you click into it, what does it look like? Is it a brand or what is it? Body prescriptions. So Christiana, also don't click that item because it pulls up my Amazon store. If we want
Don't pull up what?
So don't click the requires approval because we're on stream.
Okay.
I'll stop sharing screen if we want to see if I'm gated, but
yeah.
But apparently you can click the OK, so it's not just like glaring in our face.
No, they need to know that there's.
They need to know there's danger.
Danger.
It's dangerous.
Danger.
Yeah. So I mean, how many sellers are on this? Do you think? Yeah, I'm not seeing the random stack of sellers you usually see. What if you scroll down and even further? Ooh, so what does this tell us? This bottom section of the Keepa.
Oh, there's only been like one person on it.
Yeah.
Huh.
So what does that kind of indicate to us?
No bueno.
Why is that no bueno?
Because it probably is more risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely agree. Except this is juicy, where it went up to like $25. I'm sure that was super profitable.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and stop sharing and see if there's any comments we haven't checked out. If you want to do the comments, go for it.
It says, hey, check, what's the best filters for Keep a Product Finder?
Oh, I was confused before when you said yo check. I'm like, what is he talking about? But that's short for checkmate.
It is short for checkmate.
I'm slow, guys. Sorry. Hey, check, what's the best filters for Keep a Product Finder? We could pull that up as well and show you guys. It's almost impossible to say what's the best. You know what I mean? Because when we're sourcing, we could be looking for 100 different types of profitable products. Like we could be looking for small and light products specifically, like we were just doing, or you could be targeting $500 plus average selling price items. Like which one's better? I don't know. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to sell? Some people won't touch $500 plus things, but then like for me, like I really like high average selling price items just because it's nice to sell one unit and it's $100 profit. But then there's people who sell small and light who just absolutely like blow me as an Amazon store out of the water with the volume that they put out there. And they make a lot of good money. So there's no like best type of product, and there like for the same reason there's no best filters, if that makes sense. But in a second we could take a look at some possibilities. You wanna? Yeah.
It says, I'm branching out into handmade items and see some great opportunities. Yeah, that's an interesting thought.
Handmade? What do you mean by handmade? What is your interpretation of handmade?
I mean, I'm thinking like pottery, or like
so like branded pottery?
Yeah, or even
like a Kirkland
craft,
or something, or
or even like craft. Like craft type things.
So like the materials to do pottery, or like a.
Well, no, like the pottery, or someone's like quilted something, or what else would be?
But if like some person like me or you made a quilt, like how do we sell that? Because there's no like UPC or like it's not like a brand that has like do you mean like if a brand made a quilt, like a quilt line or something?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, what are you thinking?
I was just confused. But I mean, it's just amazing because kind of like what we were talking about with Robert before. Like I thought handmade and like thinking about like selling like pottery equipment to make pottery or something like that. Like that's probably like a way to make money, kind of like your high end coffee makers. Like there's probably some high end like pottery equipment. That's just like super niche and oddly specific. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and see if we can do some Keep a filters.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of goes back to like, what do you want out of a deal? Which is, sorry to give such a vague answer, but so yeah, Christiana, what sales rank do you think we should target?
You
can take the question however you want.
What sales rank?
Yeah.
I mean, we want it to sell fast, so like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's different in each category.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we could take this as like, all right, we're going to set up a product finder for just grocery, and then
Hmm.
enter a sales rank specific to grocery. Or we could say we're going to set up a keep a product finder to just find us profitable products across all categories.
No matter what category.
Yeah. And then like I'm really like driving home the point that like sourcing is not black and white, best versus not best. It's super gray. It's super gray because like there's some situations where I wouldn't even want to put a sales rank filter on it because there's such good opportunities on high sales rank where it just hasn't been in stock for a long time. And that's the only reason that there's high sales rank, because nobody's been in stock for 3 months. And like an absolute like ripper is just like stock has just been gone for 3 months and suddenly it's 900K rank. But like if you can find it, like your stuff's going to sell like that, even though it's 900K rank. Or like if we're targeting seasonal stuff, like let's say we're setting up a keeper product finder to prepare for summer sunscreen season or something. Like sunscreen or like bathing suits, or like let's say we're doing some research for back to school, like what sales rank would we want to target? Because the sales rank on those backpacks are probably a lot higher now than they would be come later. So so I'm gonna check the comments real quick. The chief is saying, Sirf, Seth, have you fully transitioned to only new products now? Wondered how that was going, getting away from used items. Yeah, so for me, I'm probably 95% buying new items now. Yeah, so I've been making that transition over the last several months, almost all new items. The transition has actually been going pretty well, actually. For a couple months there, it was a little tricky because the sourcing for new items is a little bit different. Like I found with new items, they would be items where you can continue to restock that item over and over and over again, and you just had to get a deep enough discount. But with new items, it almost like comes in waves. Like there will be an item you can purchase for like 2, 3, 4 months, and then you kind of just don't buy it anymore. But then there's some replenishables. So yeah, it's been going well. Actually, the items are selling really quickly too, which is a benefit. As opposed to like used items, sometimes like it'll take like longer than expected to sell because you purchase based on sales rank, and then really nobody wants a used like old printer, like just less people want it than you thought. So I like selling used a lot. Let's go ahead and go back to, we're just going to set one up and just ignore some of this grayness of it. All right. So let's go to the Paw Patrol. Let's target some Paw Patrol. Okay. So toys. So here's a cool tool that you guys can use if you're just like, toys, what's a good sales rank in toys? I don't know. We have this Jungle Scout free sales estimator, and you can kind of get a feel for how fast things sell per category. So we say United States, toys and games. And let's say we're curious if like 50,000 is a good rank, or like how fast things are selling. So if we have a 50,000 sales rank in toys, estimated ballpark, the whole listing gets 180 sales a month. So imagine like a 500 sales rank. This thing is just destroying, like lots of profit to be made. So do you think we should set a filter for like more than 180 sales a month or less, or do we want to target stuff that's like discontinued and might be high sales rank, or are we trying to find the kind of the arbitrage opportunities and faster moving type stuff.
Both sound good. Maybe we see how the more discontinued goes.
Okay. So how many sales a month would 100,000 sales rank be?
$60.
What
That's
about,
still good.
yeah. So maybe what about like 200,000? We've used it too many times.
Oh.
So usually you get 10 a day, but I guess you can't keep using it over and over again. So I guess for this, if we're going to target like discontinued type stuff, we'd actually probably want to filter out some of the faster moving stuff. So maybe we'll even filter out some of the faster moving stuff and say like, it has to be at least 20K sales rank, and we'll set like a really high 500,000. And then I think there's a category. Yeah, so we could filter for toys. So we have 700,000 items somehow. Oh yeah, because if there's 800,000 items in the toys and games, we filtered out. It kind of still doesn't make sense, but do we care about the buy box? I kind of don't care.
Okay.
Amazon out of stock. Sure. Or actually, no, there could be some opportunities where Amazon's in stock and you buy from them. For those of you guys who don't know, Jameson Philippi, one of his main parts of the business model is he like sets keep alerts for when Amazon comes in stock on rare toys, and then they come in stock too low and he buys them out and sells them higher once they're out of stock. So we could just leave that. Third-party FBA, I don't think we need any of this. We don't need any of the used because we're going to target new. I don't love the eBay filters that they give. So we could target a brand too, which is nice. So we could literally target Paw Patrol. So of these 700,000 toys, there's 3,086 that meet our criteria. So yeah. Oh, wait. Why did it go to 36? Or manufacturer, brand, Paw Patrol. I don't know why that gave us such a filtered result. If we want to mess with like the new offer count is going down, we can mess with that. So I think that gets a little too much in the weeds and we have a pretty refined result. So let's go ahead and look at the products.
See what the products are.
But first, I don't want to neglect anyone in the chat. So we're going to go ahead and check the chat. We got Robert White saying, I've been trying to learn Keep It Product Finder, but it's kind of overwhelming. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, it kind of is. There's a lot of different factors when it comes to it. Kind of like knowing what you want helps, I think. And also having a source where you're probably going to go buy it from is also helpful. We got RW saying you should put in the price. You should put in a price drop and a percentage drop. Wouldn't we want a price increase, not a price drop? What's the rationale behind a price drop? Like, are you saying, I'm curious your thoughts on that. Because for me, I was considering putting like a price increase, like to try and target the types of items where like, it's been in stock at $30 and then suddenly it's discontinued. And then suddenly it goes up to like $70. But I'm curious where you're coming from because I actually don't even do toys very much. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this and then we'll come back to chat. And I'm going to let you go through it, Christiana. Oh boy. All right, I'll let you do the honors.
Find products.
Find products. Is that a cradle monster truck? What on earth is this? Do you think your 7-year-old boy clients would love that?
Yeah.
Dino Rescue. Rex's transforming vehicle with mystery box.
Yeah. Oh, it's going for okay.
$30.
Yeah. Amazon's on this one.
Yeah. Go back to that third one.
This one? This one.
That one. So here's an interesting thing. If you wanted to do the business model where Jameson is buying from Amazon to sell later, we do see here that back in June, there was a gap in stock and the price went up to $100, but the retail price right now is $50. That would definitely be a buy and hold. So that's, and you're kind of speculating that Amazon's going to go out of stock
at some point again.
Yeah. So, like, unless you're trying to do an investment type of purchase, I wouldn't purchase something like that. But just wanted to mention that. So it seems like sometimes Amazon's going to be in stock and they're going to be at like a pretty high price. And then there's also some times where they're going to be in stock, but at like a decently low price. So those are some differences between products.
Yeah.
And then some like that one where they're not even in stock at all.
Yeah.
I got some expensive ones, $70.
But not the keepers we're looking for, huh?
Well, what exactly are you looking for? So this one would be super interesting to me, except for the fact that it's not high dollar kind of at all.
Yeah.
Like $30-$40 is the max, but I do like, for me personally, I do like products similar to this because we can kind of see that like it's a fast moving product when it's in stock, you see on the left.
Yeah.
But then it goes out of stock and the sales rank like just shoots up, and then we see that some person came in stock at $40 and it just went back to being a fast moving product at $40. So if that was like $200 and $400 instead of $20, like that's a potential opportunity where we could purchase this on eBay for like $15 or $20 or $150 or $200. I love those types of things, but this is just too low. Dollar. Yeah. Real quick, let's go check chat.
Yeah.
Hit this stop sharing real quick, please. So let's see what RW is talking about, because I'm sure he had a reason for it. But if the Amazon price is low and you can buy it at a lower price than normal, using history and Keepa, you can flip it back on Amazon. Okay, so you're saying specifically if the like if Amazon is dropping their price in particular, that's a good idea. And RW says all my searches have a 30 to 50% drop in them if I'm doing Amazon to Amazon flips. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess I think I was thinking, well, it's hard because like to go back to like what Robert White was talking about, like the way that you set up your Keep a Product Finder is literally like, what are you searching for? So I think I kind of structured this as like, we're looking for something discontinued where like, we're probably going to source it from eBay from some dude who got it from a estate sale or garage sale or something. And so if you want to do Amazon to Amazon flips, I think that makes a ton of sense, actually. I've done very little Amazon to Amazon. I think, fun story. One time there was I was repricing and some guy came on some calculator listings that I was on, like some fast moving ones at way too cheap of a price. Like really profitable. So I went to a store and I bought a ton of stuff, like $2,500 worth of stuff. And it was definitely too good to be true because he was an FBM new seller that never ended up shipping my order. So we got refunds and everything, but like that will happen every once in a while. Some person will list items on Amazon and their intent is to just not ship them. But from Amazon's going to ship them. Maybe we'll keep looking as well. Had that happen with coffee makers.
Oh no.
On was it eBay or Amazon? RW. Let's go ahead and share screen here. Sharing screen. All right. This one's interesting because it looks like nobody's in stock right now. Oh yeah, that's the one that we literally were just talking about. I see.
Yeah, not high dollar.
Ooh, we have $125 and a $90. So the prices just continued to go up for the last year. You see that?
Yeah.
That's super weird.
Do we look at it more?
We could. On? Sure. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, what? So it went from 50 to 75. In the past, people have paid $200 for this bad boy. Jeez. The Paw Patrol, Sea Patrol. Sea Patrol are transforming toy vehicle with lights and sounds.
Yes.
Ages 3 and up. So what is this bottom section tell us, Christiana?
The purpley blue one.
Yeah.
How many sellers are on it, right?
Yeah.
So there was a lot back in 2017.
Back in the day.
And it's gotten less and less.
Less and less.
And now there's only a few on it.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's high up there right now.
Yeah, $90.
Yeah.
Can you click right here and then drag over?
Click here?
Yeah. I'm curious if that's Amazon in stock. Oh, I've seen this seller, Spreetail. Pretty big boy. 300 and Spreetail. 75,000 feedback.
94% positive, so it looks like.
Yep. Definitely a big boy.
Oh, is he just on it constantly?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why he's such a big boy. He has a big boy supply. A year's worth of Paw Patrol, Sea Patrol. And he probably has another 3,000 items like this too.
Yeah.
and potentially finally, after selling it at $62 for like 6 months, he's like, yeah, I should probably raise my price.
Yeah.
But it did have an effect on the sales rank. It did get slower as the price went up.
Yeah.
But like still fast enough.
Yeah.
If you click to a year, click to all actually. So this one makes me feel like I low-key would like love to buy everyone out and like hope it gets back up to this price at some point. Like if there was a, like if supply ever dries out, like you could probably get like high sales like that or that on it. But like you wouldn't want to just like go buy everyone's stock probably, because that's a very, very risky play. Unless that's your thing and you just like that type of deal.
Like the risk.
Like the risk versus reward. Risk versus reward on that, it's too risky. We have RW saying Amazon bought 20 Mr. Coffee Espresso machines from eBay. And then a few weeks later, someone else listed the same item and it was $20 price drop with 30 units. Oh, goodness. That's a bunch of fun. I kind of hate it when Amazon is on the listing. It's super risky. But risk versus reward.
I guess.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. If you're on the replay, thank you. Thank you for Christiana coming on.
Yeah,
and
that was fun.
Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.